friends, welcome to Life Class with Ayum. It's so great to be with you today. Thank you for joining me and welcome to the new month. This is my Pain Your Gain Ministries, and this is that place where we learn those practical things that can help to alleviate the pains that we experience in life. Today, I have a very interesting subject to talk on, and that subject is, where will you be post-COVID-19? Where will you be post-COVID-19? We're in a season right now that this pandemic has consumed a lot of people's attention. We know it has created a lot of disruption, there's no doubt about that. But it has consumed a lot of people's attention, and many of us are so much in the present that we're not thinking of the future. Because like many things that happen in life, COVID-19 will come and it will pass. And I believe that it will pass very soon. But after it has passed, where will you be? Where will you be? I'm sure somebody is answering me right now and said, what kind of question is that? Am I God? How will I know where I will be? Yes, you are not God, but you have a large role to play in where you will be post-COVID-19. You have a large role to play. In the UK, the complete shutdown happened, I think, on the 23rd of March. And as at the time of this broadcast, which is the 2nd of May, it's 40 days today since the lockdown. If you translate those 40 days into hours, it's now about 960 hours since the lockdown. Into minutes, it's about 57,600 minutes. So a long time has passed. It's been 40 good days now. And 40 is very significant when you are referring to the things of God. In the Bible, we see so many things happen after 40 days, after 40 years. So 40 is very, very significant. So my question to you right now is that I've asked the first question, which is, where will you be post-COVID-19? But my current question now is, what are you doing with your time? Or what have you done with these 40 days? What have you done with these 57,600 minutes that we've had since the lockdown? I know some people are still working, which is quite good. I thank God for the frontline workers, and I want to use this opportunity to say thank you so much to all our health workers, all the key workers that are still in the front line working and making sure that things continue to move smoothly. I want to say thank you, and I'm giving you my own clap right now. We clap every Thursday at 8 p.m. But I'm giving you that thumbs up right now and say, well done for the great work you are doing. But for many others, maybe you've been furloughed at this time, maybe you've lost your employment, and a lot of people seem to have a lot of time on their hand. In many countries, which I believe many of you will watch this video from other countries, there's a complete lockdown that many people don't even have the privilege of working from home. A lot of people are just idle, just bored. They don't have anything to do with their time. And for some people, they think it's a good time to have a good sleep. Of course, if you've been working very hard, the first few days of the lockdown, you may just want to have a very good rest. But do you know that if you've been sleeping for 10 hours every day, let me say in the last 40 days, you would have slept for about 400 hours since these 40 days. If you've been sleeping for 10 hours every day, you would have slept for 40 hours. If you've been watching movies for 3 hours every day in the last 40 days, you would have watched movies for 120 hours. That means if you've been sleeping for 10 hours, watching movies for 3 hours, you would have used more than 20 days altogether to just sleep and watch movies. I believe this time that we are is a time to take a critical look at ourselves, especially if maybe you've been furloughed, you've lost your job. It's a time now for you to begin to think of, how do I use this time judiciously? I don't think it's a time to waste. And I've just talked about sleeping and watching movies. I've not talked about the time that maybe you are spending on social medias. You have time to respond in real time to every comment that is made online, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, on WhatsApp. You are all over the place. You have time to partake in every challenge that people are passing around. And that is because you don't really have a plan for your time. You don't really have a plan for your time. So today I'm just here to let us know that where we will be post-COVID-19 will be determined by what we are doing with our time right now and where we are focusing our attention. I once heard somebody say that failure plus explanation does not equal to success. Failure plus explanation, a very good explanation, does not equal to success. COVID-19 is a very good excuse for all of us not to succeed in this year. It's a very good excuse for us to give if things don't work out for us this year. But I want you to have it at the back of your mind that failure plus explanation does not equal to success. I'm sure many of us had plans for 2020 before the year began. Before the events of COVID-19, we had plans. So even if your plans have been disrupted, even if you've lost your job or things are not going the way you want them to go, you can still, this time that you have as a lockdown, that you have much time on your hand, can be a time of re-strategizing, a time of planning how you'll be able to achieve those purposes, those aims, those goals that you had for yourself when the year started. And I believe we can still achieve things that is on our heart to achieve, despite what is happening or in spite what is happening. So COVID-19 may be a good excuse, but if at the end of the day we combine it with our failure, it's not going to give us success. People will understand, but that does not still give you the satisfaction and the accomplishment that you want. So I'm asking the question again, where will you be post-COVID-19? Where will you be post-COVID-19? What are you using your time for? And secondly, where is your attention? What are you focusing on? For many of us, this is a time now, we've become like reporters. We use the time to collect, to review, and to distribute COVID-19 news. Are you being paid for that job? People that do reporting as a career are being paid for it. So I can understand if they are doing that. But for you that is just busy collecting information, reviewing them, knowing how many deaths have happened here, what is happening in the other country, what is happening in this state, that is not going to help you. Because in the first place, you are focusing on the negative, because most of the news most of the reports we get are just the number of deaths and all the negative things. We don't really hear of the number of people that are recovering, the rate of improvement in people's life. We don't hear such news. And you are busy with your time doing all that. A job you are not paid for, something that you are doing and is giving you anxiety and is causing unhappiness for you. I want you to take this time and think again. What am I doing with my time? Maybe the lockdown in your country now is not up to 40 days, but no matter the amount of time you've been in lockdown, what have you done with your time? What have you done with your time? Where is your focus? What are you focusing on? COVID-19 is a virus. It's an unseen virus. We can't see it. So I can't really say we are focusing on it. But we are focusing on the effects that is created. And it's creating negative things around. And there are also opportunities that it's creating. The time you have on your hand right now is an opportunity. And I want you to begin to think of how to use this time judiciously. Begin to think of how you can use this time judiciously. Because a time will come and you will look back. And I don't want you to look back in regret, thinking, oh, when I had this time, I should have done this, I should have done that. So begin to think seriously, what am I using my time for? What am I using my time for? Where is my focus? And I believe that as you ask yourself these critical questions, you will find that you will begin to now shift your focus and begin to do the things that will be profitable to you at the end of this season. Yes, this is a season, because just like seasons come and go, COVID-19 has come now. We're in this season. This season will come and it will go. So when this season is over, how will you account for your time? What will you say you have achieved during this time? That is the critical question I want you to ask yourself. This is a time now to begin to make preparations. This is the time now to begin to plan. And next week, I'm going to talk more about preparations. But I want to leave us with a Bible passage that says in Proverbs chapter 16, verse 1. Proverbs 16, verse 1 says, We humans make plans, but the Lord has the final word. We humans make plans, but the Lord has the final word. So even if God has the final word, what plans are you making post-COVID-19? Or do you think this is the end of the world? Do you think that there's not going to be life after this any longer? What plans are you making? Because to make plans is for us humans, but the final answer, of course, comes from God. But if God is going to give an approval or disapproval, what are you presenting to him to approve or disapprove? That is why you need to make plans. That is why you need to make plans. I came across this quote by Napoleon Hill, and the quote actually is very interesting. I'm going to share it with you. The quote says, every adversity, every failure, every heartache carries with it a seed of equal or greater benefit. So in as much as this pandemic is enormous, it has had enormous effect on the whole human race around the world, I want to tell you that it carries with it an equal or even greater benefit if you begin to refocus, if you begin to plan for things post-COVID-19. I'm going to stop here today for now, but I want to encourage you that begin to think seriously. Let this video make you to begin to take time and think. Take the paper, take your pen, or take your tablet or whatever whatever means of writing. Sit down and begin to think and plan on how to use this time judiciously, because I don't want you to have regret, like I said earlier on. So once again, thank you for joining me. This is my Pain Your Game Ministries. If you've not subscribed to my YouTube channel or liked my Facebook page, I want you to do so right now. If you are watching us on YouTube, please press that subscribe button so that anytime we upload a new video, you'll be notified. And make sure you turn on the bell button, which is the notification button. It will let you know when we upload a new video. And if you are watching on Facebook, I also want you to give us that thumbs up. Make sure you like this page, and also make sure that you share this video if it has helped you. So once again, thank you for joining me, and I look forward to meeting you again at the same time next week for another session of Life Class with Ayum. Until then, stay blessed. God bless you.